Ebola virus is named after one of the river in Africa, which is Ebola River. First outbreak is in 1976 in Democratic Republic of Congo and South Sudan. It involved around 600 deaths. This happened due to the use of unsterilized needle in a hospital, and close contact and poor hygiene may also have contributed to human-to-human spread. In 1977 until 1994, there were few small outbreaks in Sudan, Democratic Republic of Congo, and Gabon. Around 250 deaths were reported across these years. Scientists learned that this disease can transmit from zoonotic animals such as fruit bats to humans. In 2014 until 2016, it was the largest outbreak of Ebola were reported in West Africa, mainly in Guinea, Liberia, and Sierra Leone. The total cases reported were 28,000 and the total death reported is around 11,000. In 2018 to 2020, vaccine herbivore was used for the first time in another outbreak in Democratic Republic of Congo. The number of the deaths were significantly reduced to 2,300 deaths.
In this slide, I will explain about Ebola virus. Ebola virus is caused by virus known as Ebola virus. Ebola virus, or also known as Ebola virus, are from Filoviridae family. Ebola virus is a group 5 negative strands single-stranded RNA. Ebola virus is an enveloped and helical virus with a filamentous structure. Ebola virus is a virus that can cause serious type of hemorrhagic fever. Until now, there are 5 species of Ebola virus that had been discovered. Fruit bats are the reservoir hosts for the Ebola virus, which were transmitted to other animals such as monkeys and gorillas. Healthy people become infected through direct contact with an infected animal. Infected people can spread this virus to other people or community through infected body fluid and direct contact with contaminated object or body. These are some of the symptoms of Ebola virus.
Pathogenicity of Ebola virus refers to how the virus causes disease in the body. It is known for being extremely dangerous, often leading to severe illness or death in both human and some animals like monkey and ape. So how Ebola enter the body? First, the Ebola virus gets into the body through mucous membrane like the eye, nose, and mouth, also broken skin or direct contact with the blood or other body fluid of an infected person or animal. Once inside the body, the virus quickly attacks key immune cells, including monocyte and macrophage, which is the white blood cell that normally help fight infection, and dendritic cell, important for alerting the rest of the immune system. By infecting this cell, the virus weakens the immune system early on, making it harder for the body to fight back. From the immune cell, the Ebola travels through the bloodstream, reaching vital organs like liver, spleen, and the cell that line our blood vessel called endothelial cell. This leads to massive tissue damage, inflammation, and leaking blood vessel, which can cause internal bleeding, one of the most serious symptoms of Ebola virus. Ebola is also good at hiding from the immune system. Among the immune evasion strategy are by producing protein like BP35 and BP24, which block interferon signaling and reduce the host antiviral response.
Now let's talk about the health impact of the Ebola virus. Ebola is a deadly disease that can cause death if not treated. It starts with dry symptoms like fever and fatigue, then gets worse with wet symptoms like vomiting, diarrhea, and bleeding. The virus spreads through direct contact with body fluids, making it very dangerous for healthcare workers. Without proper control, Ebola can quickly cause serious health crises. Ebola also has a huge impact on the economy, especially in low and middle-income countries in Africa. During the 2014 outbreak, economic losses were estimated between $30 to $50 billion. A big part of the cost went into healthcare needs, like building and upgrading medical facilities. This shows how one outbreak can seriously affect both health and the economy.
To effectively control the spread of Ebola, a multifaceted public health approach is essential. In this slide, I will explain how we can control Ebola virus from spreading. One of the most important strategies is to educate the public about how Ebola spreads. Ebola spreads through direct contact with bodily fluids of infected individuals or contaminated surfaces. This knowledge provides earlier exposure to the public to take preventive measures such as avoiding contact with sick people and using protective equipment. In addition, encouraging people to report symptoms such as fever or vomiting as early as possible allows for faster isolation and treatment and can reduce transmission from occurring. Next, quarantining individuals who may have been exposed to the virus even before they show symptoms is a necessary precaution to break the chain of transmission. Lastly, the distribution of Ebola vaccine, such as the RVSV Zibuf vaccine, in high risk of outbreak-prone areas has proven to be an effective tool in preventing new infections, especially among frontline healthcare workers and close contact of infected individuals. Together, these measures play a critical role in controlling and ultimately stopping the Ebola outbreak. The conclusion for our study of the Ebola virus is Ebola virus was first discovered in 1976 near the Ebola River. It belongs to the Filoviridae family and is known for causing severe and often fatal illness in humans. The virus spreads through human-to-human transmission, typically via direct contact with infected body fluids. One of the deadliest outbreaks occurred between 2014 until 2016 in West Africa, with more than 28,000 reported cases and over 11,000 deaths, marking it as the largest Ebola outbreak in major history. Fortunately, no major outbreaks has been recorded in Asia to date. After infections, symptoms may take 2 until 21 days to appear, during which individuals may unknowingly spread the virus. Although there is no specific cure, early detection and treatment of symptoms significantly increase the chance of survival. Lastly, Ebola remains a critical public health concern, especially in regions with limited healthcare infrastructure.
Additional information: Ebola are shaped like spaghetti-like strands. Ebola can survive in cold corpse for days, and Ebola only have 7 genes.